Hey guys, what's going on? This is Rick, the Middle Class Millennial, bringing you guys another quick video. Today we're going to be swapping out this 3-prong dryer outlet, this 30 amp 3-prong dryer outlet, to a 4-prong dryer outlet. The reason for it is I have a crew coming in to replace my dryer. I have an old 3-prong, so the new dryer is going to have a 4-prong. Real quick, I'm going to address the elephant in the room here, and that is make sure that you have the right amount of wires in your box. You may only have 2 hots and a neutral. You may not have 2 hots, a ground, and a neutral, which is what our 4-prong is going to be. I know for a fact there's 10 gauge ground wire Romex in here, so I know for a fact that because we put this in originally when I had my old dryer, so I can go ahead and make this swap. So anyway, before we swap, real quick, we're going to want to kill the power. I'm just trying to show you it's live right now. We got 120 on each hot connection here. So anyway, so let's go ahead and kill the power. Now, as you can see here, we got no power going to both connections there. We got 1 volt for some reason. There might be some little bit left in there, but we got no power. So it is dead. So we can go ahead and safely take it off. And first thing I'm going to do is remove the decorative steel plate off of here. All right, so we got it exposed here. There we go. Alrighty. All right, here's our plug. Here's our 3-prong. You can see we have the ground wire in here, so we have the neutral and the 2 hots. And the ground wire, we're gonna run off the connection that goes to this box, to the box, and also to the new plug. So let's take this off first. So we got solid wire here, sticking out a few inches from the box. We'll get this preffed real quick. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and wire up what we can here real quick, that we know what to do. Get these out of the way here. So I want the ground facing down. They have this upside down in my opinion. Pick either direction, it doesn't matter. So all right, so you can see we got our 2. These are where our hots are going to go. This is where our neutral is going to go, and this is where our ground's going to go. I'm going to get these unscrewed here. Get our neutral put in first. They're nice and snug, and you want it on there as tight as you can get it. Again, try to get them on there as tight as you can. You can also tug them too. Make sure they don't come out. You don't want them to loosen up on you. Over time, as they get used, they can kind of loosen up a little bit. So as they get hot and shrink and cool off and get hot every time that the dryer is being used. So just be mindful of that. You don't want any arcing. As you can see right there, on there pretty good. Of course, I didn't think about that when I wanted to put it in, because right now, got the wires all switched up here. But anyway, because we're gonna stick it in like that, the ground's gonna go at the bottom. I want to switch it up here. All right, so now we're gonna address the ground here. So what we're gonna use, I got some 10 gauge wire here. I got white 10 gauge wire. Now this is a ground. Now there is a way to get around this. Now typically up to code, you do not want to use a white or a black wire for ground. You're going to want to use green. I have green electrical tape. We will be covering this white wire in green electrical tape to signify that it is a ground wire. That's what we're going to be doing. We want to be 6 inches outside the box. Now this is straight stranded wire. So we got some solid and stranded wire we got to deal with. Not a huge deal. It still does the trick. As long as it's 10 gauge and we have it labeled correctly, we should be fine. So I'm going to use a little eye connector here. We're going to use a crimping tool and we're going to crimp it in there. Nice and solid. Okay. I have a crimping tool in my wire strippers, but I like that one better. So, and you can see it's solid connection right there. So, hard to see. Autofocus, there we go. Nice solid connection. So, we're gonna go ahead and you can see it sticks 6 inches outside the box. So when we put it in there, it should be up to code. So hopefully we got enough room on this screw here to stick it right over the top of it and just kind of clamp it down with that ground wire. So let's find out. Hopefully we got enough length on it. Yeah, it looks like we do. Cool. I wonder how we should do this. Should we? Now let's put it on top. And of course, before I'm done here, I'm gonna label this green, so I just wanna get this started. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, it's probably a right and wrong way of doing this. I could have done the electrical tape before I stuck it in there, but anyway. So let me cut this real quick here. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and label this best we can by doing segments here. There we go. Just wrap it. Doesn't have to be perfect. It'll be a little messy. Usually it's never pretty looking when you do it like this. So there we go. We have re-identified this wire. I wonder if I can zoom in here. Yes, I can. Okay, sorry, new camera. Anyway, so we have re-identified this wire. It's now a ground wire. So we'll strip the end of that and we'll get that connected. But real quick though, we want to make sure that's nice and solid there. Get a nice, there we go. All righty, beautiful. So we'll just do that. Cool thing is, one thing I do like about stranded wire, it's easier to work with. You know, it bends easier anyway, but it is a pain when you're using wire nuts to get a good connection. Okay. A little longer than I'd like. Maybe we should cut some of that off. There we go. All right, here comes the fun part. We got to get all this in here, which is what I hate the most about electrical, is trying to bend these wires in here. Again, that's something that I do like about stranded wire, is it's easier to work with than the solid wire. So this part always sucks. I had to cut some insulation back. You can see I got it in there now, so just try to take your time getting it in there. Try not to break anything. You know, try not to cut your wires up on the box, but just slowly work its way in there. So looks like we're good there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the plate on. All right, we have it energized. We're gonna go ahead and test it real quick. So stick that in the neutral there. Whoops. Then 120. 120. Let's try the ground. Yep, 120. 120. So ground's working, too hot's working, neutral's working. So we have now a 4-prong dryer outlet ready for the installers. Oh, one last thing. Before the dryer installers get here, I gotta get the old dryer out of the way. I'm paying them money to haul the old one away. So part of the order is they have to hook up the new dryer to test it so I can get valid warranty on it. And they're gonna take the old dryer away, but they're not gonna unhook it. So we're gonna do that for them. Notice when you take this off, it's full of cold air. Take yourself a kitchen bag, cover that up the best you can. We'll just take some blue tape and wrap it. Alrighty. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I now have a 4-prong outlet for the installers that are coming out tomorrow, and we're ready to rock for them. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, you guys, take care.